At 60, 70, or even older? Do you find yourself staring at the ceiling at night, wondering why sleep has become such a challenge? You're not alone. Many seniors struggle with restless nights, waking up tired or feeling like they just can't shut off their minds anymore. But here's the real question. What's really causing it, and more importantly, how can you fix it tonight? Let me ask you this. When was the last time you woke up truly refreshed? Not just, hey, I'll manage, but genuinely energized and ready to take on the day. If that feels like a distant memory, stick around. In this video, we're diving deep into the surprising reasons behind your sleep troubles after 60 and sharing simple, actionable steps you can start using tonight to reclaim your rest. But before we get into that, I want to hear from you. What did you have for breakfast this morning? And no lying, I know some of you are thinking about saying something healthy just to impress me, but be honest. Was it oatmeal, eggs, or maybe leftover pizza? Comment below and let me know. It's fun, lighthearted, and hey, who knows? Maybe someone will share your exact same breakfast. Now back to sleep, because trust me, this is one area where small changes can make a huge difference in your golden years. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal one shocking truth about sleep after 60 that most people don't realize could be sabotaging their nights. Plus, I'll give you my personal nighttime routine that helps me sleep like a baby every single night. If you're new here, welcome to Golden Years Wisdom, where we tackle topics designed to help you live your best life as you age. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss videos packed with tips, advice, and inspiration tailored just for you. Now let's dive into the first reason you might be losing sleep and what you can do about it. Today on the show, we're diving into the world of economic indicators. These are the numbers that tell us how the economy is doing, things like GDP, unemployment rates, and consumer confidence. But what do these indicators really mean? How are they calculated? And how should we interpret them? We'll break it all down for you with the help of some experts to make sense of the numbers that shape our world. Cause 1. The silent sleep thief, why you're losing sleep after 60. If you're over 60 and struggling to sleep, the first question you need to ask yourself is this. What's really keeping you awake? Is it stress, pain, or something else? Entirely. Let me start with a story about Margaret, a 68-year-old woman I met last year. Margaret was sharp, active, and full of life. Except at night. She'd lie in bed for hours, tossing and turning, her mind racing with worries about tomorrow or regrets from yesterday. Sometimes she'd fall asleep only to wake up an hour later, drenched in sweat or startled by a loud noise that no one else seemed to hear. Margaret isn't alone. Studies show that nearly 50% of seniors experience some form of insomnia or disrupted sleep. But here's the kicker. Most people assume it's just part of aging. They think, well, I'm older now. It's normal to lose sleep. But let me tell you something. Poor sleep is not inevitable as you age. It's often caused by specific factors that can be addressed if you know what to look for. So what's stealing your sleep after 60? Let's break it down. One of the biggest culprits is hormonal changes. As we age, our bodies produce less melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. This means it takes longer to fall asleep, and even when you do, your sleep might feel lighter and less restorative. Add to that the natural decline in growth hormone levels, which affects deep sleep, and suddenly those peaceful nights of your youth seem like a distant memory. But hormones aren't the only issue. Many seniors struggle with physical discomfort, whether it's joint pain, acid reflux, or restless legs. These conditions don't just make falling asleep harder, they also disrupt your sleep throughout the night. Imagine finally drifting off, only to wake up because your knees ache or your heartburn flares up. It's frustrating, exhausting, and downright unfair. And then there's the mental load. Have you ever noticed how your mind seems louder at night? Worries about finances, health, or family problems tend to creep in when everything else is quiet. For many seniors, this mental chatter becomes overwhelming, creating a vicious cycle. The more you worry about not sleeping, the harder it becomes to relax. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept poor sleep as your new reality. In fact, small changes tonight can make a huge difference tomorrow. Before we dive into solutions, though, I want to hear from you. What keeps you awake at night? Is it physical discomfort, racing thoughts, or maybe something else entirely? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Cause 2. The hidden role of medications. Why your pills might be sabotaging your sleep. If you're over 60 and struggling to sleep, here's a question you might not have considered. Could your medications be stealing your rest? Many seniors take multiple prescriptions or over-the-counter drugs to manage health conditions, but some of these medications have a dark side. They disrupt sleep patterns, trigger insomnia, or leave you feeling restless. Let me share a story that highlights this hidden danger. A few years ago, I met a woman named Helen, a 72-year-old who prided herself on her strict medication routine. She took pills for arthritis, blood pressure, and anxiety, believing they were essential for her health. But one night, after weeks of tossing and turning, she confided in me, "I can't sleep anymore. My mind races, my body aches, and I feel like I'm stuck in a nightmare." When I asked about her medications, she dismissed the idea until her doctor revealed the truth. One of her prescriptions was a diuretic, meant to be taken in the morning, but she'd been using it at night. The frequent bathroom trips were fragmenting her sleep, leaving her exhausted. This isn't just about timing, though. Many common medications, like antidepressants, beta blockers, or even some pain relievers, contain ingredients that interfere with sleep. For example, some drugs suppress REM sleep, the restorative phase critical for mental and physical health. Others cause daytime drowsiness, disrupting your natural circadian rhythm. And yet many seniors don't realize their prescriptions are the culprit. Here's what you need to know. Review your medications. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if any of your pills list insomnia, restlessness, or frequent urination as side effects. Adjust. Timing. Some medications are better taken in the morning to avoid nighttime disruptions. Explore alternatives. If a drug is causing sleep issues, work with your healthcare provider to find a safer option. Helen's story didn't end there. Once she adjusted her medication schedule, her sleep improved dramatically. But it took months of suffering before she connected the dots. Don't let this happen to you. If you're watching this and wondering whether your medications are affecting your sleep, leave a comment below. What changes have you made to protect your rest? Your experiences could help others avoid the same struggles. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for Cause 3, where we'll uncover another surprising reason seniors lose sleep and what you can do about it. Cause 3, the silent enemy. How stress and anxiety keep you awake. If you're over 60 and struggling to sleep, here's a question you might not have considered. Are stress and anxiety stealing your nights? Many seniors assume that as life slows down, so should their worries. But the truth is, stress doesn't just disappear with age. It evolves, and for many older adults, it becomes a silent enemy that sabotages restful sleep. Let me share a story about Robert, a 67-year-old man I met last year. On the surface, Robert seemed to have it all together. He had retired comfortably, his kids were grown, and he spent his days gardening and volunteering. But when we sat down to talk, he admitted something surprising. He hadn't slept through the night in months. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older. But the real culprit, a growing sense of unease about the future. Robert told me, "I lie in bed thinking about everything, my health, my savings, whether my kids are doing okay. It's like my mind won't let me rest." And Robert isn't alone. Studies show that nearly 40% of seniors experience anxiety or stress-related insomnia. The triggers vary: financial concerns, health issues, or even fears about becoming a burden to loved ones. But the impact is the same: racing thoughts, restless nights, and exhaustion during the day. Here's why this happens. As we age, our brains become more sensitive to stress. Hormonal changes, coupled with life transitions like retirement or losing loved ones, can amplify feelings of uncertainty. Add to that the pressure of managing chronic conditions or worrying about memory lapses, and it's no wonder so many seniors find themselves wide awake at night. But here's the good news: stress-induced sleep problems aren't permanent. There are practical steps you can take tonight to calm your mind and reclaim your rest. For example, create a worry window. Set aside 15 minutes earlier in the evening to write down your concerns. This simple practice helps clear your mind before bed, so you're not lying awake ruminating. Practice deep breathing. Try the 4 to 7 8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This activates your body's relaxation response. Limit evening news. Watching stressful headlines right before bed can spike cortisol levels, making it harder to unwind. Swap the news for calming music or a light book instead. Robert tried these strategies, and within weeks he noticed a difference. He started sleeping longer, waking up less often and feeling more energized during the day. But it wasn't just about better sleep. It was about reclaiming control over his peace of mind. If you're watching this and wondering whether stress is affecting your sleep, leave a comment below. What's keeping you up at night? Your experiences could help others realize they're not alone. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for Cause 4, where we'll uncover another surprising reason seniors lose sleep and what you can do about it. Cause 4. The silent toll of stress and anxiety. How worry steals your sleep. If you're over 60 and struggling to sleep, here's a hard truth you might not have considered. Stress and anxiety could be the real culprits keeping you awake. Many seniors assume that as life slows down, their worries should too, but the reality is, stress doesn't disappear with age, it evolves, and if left unchecked, it can wreak havoc on your sleep and overall well-being. Let me share a story about Robert, a 67-year-old man I met last year. On the surface, Robert seemed to have it all together. He had retired comfortably, his kids were grown, and he spent his days gardening and volunteering. But when we sat down to talk, he admitted something surprising. He hadn't slept through the night in months. At first he thought it was just part of getting older, but the real culprit, a growing sense of unease about the future. Robert told me, "I lie in bed thinking about everything, my health, my savings, whether my kids are doing okay. It's like my mind won't let me rest." And Robert isn't alone. Studies show that nearly 40% of seniors experience anxiety or stress-related insomnia. The triggers vary: financial concerns, health issues, or even fears about becoming a burden to loved ones. But the impact is the same: racing thoughts, restless nights, and exhaustion during the day. Here's why this happens. As we age, our brains become more sensitive to stress. Hormonal changes coupled with life transitions like retirement or losing loved ones can amplify feelings of uncertainty. Add to that the pressure of managing chronic conditions or worrying about memory lapses, and it's no wonder so many seniors find themselves wide awake at night. But here's the good news: stress-induced sleep problems aren't permanent. There are practical steps you can take tonight to calm your mind and reclaim your rest. For example, create a worry window. Set aside 15 minutes earlier in the evening to write down your concerns. This simple practice helps clear your mind before bed, so you're not lying awake ruminating. Practice deep breathing. Try the 4 to 7 to 8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This activates your body's relaxation response. Limit evening news. Watching stressful headlines right before bed can spike cortisol levels, making it harder to unwind. Swap the news for calming music or a light book instead. Robert tried these strategies, and within weeks he noticed a difference. He started sleeping longer, waking up less often, and feeling more energized during the day. But it wasn't just about better sleep. It was about reclaiming control over his peace of mind. If you're watching this and wondering whether stress is affecting your sleep, leave a comment below. What's keeping you up at night? Your experiences could help others realize they're not alone. Cause 5. The hidden impact of sleep environment. How your bedroom could be sabotaging your rest. If you're over 60 and struggling to sleep, here's a question you might not have asked yourself. Is your bedroom working against you? Many seniors overlook the role their sleep environment plays in getting a good night's rest. But the truth is, where you sleep can be just as important as how you sleep. And if your bedroom isn't optimized for rest, it could be silently sabotaging your nights. Let me share a story about Margaret, a 70-year-old woman I spoke with last year. Margaret had always been a light sleeper, but after moving into a smaller apartment, her sleep took a nosedive. At first, she thought it was just part of aging. But when we dug deeper, we realized the real issue. Her new bedroom was far from ideal. The room was cluttered, the mattress was old and saggy, and outside noise from street traffic kept her awake. On top of that, the lighting from nearby buildings poured through her thin curtains, making it nearly impossible to fall asleep or stay asleep. Margaret's experience isn't unique. Many seniors unknowingly create sleep environments that make rest harder than it needs to be. Here's why this happens: noise pollution. Even low-level sounds, like a ticking clock, a dripping faucet, or distant traffic, can disrupt sleep, especially for lighter sleepers. Poor mattress quality. An uncomfortable or worn-out mattress can lead to aches, pains, and restless nights. Yet many seniors stick with old mattresses because they don't realize how much it affects their sleep. Light exposure. As we age, our eyes become more sensitive to light, which can interfere with melatonin production. Bright streetlights, blinking, electronics, or even a glowing alarm clock can trick your brain into thinking it's daytime. Temperature issues. A room that's too hot or too cold can make falling asleep difficult. Older adults often struggle with temperature regulation, making this factor even more critical. But here's the good news. Small changes to your sleep environment can make a big difference. For example, invest in a comfortable mattress. Look for one that supports your body without causing pressure points. Memory foam or adjustable beds can be great options for seniors. Block out noise. Use white noise machines, earplugs, or heavy curtains to minimize disruptive sounds. Control light levels. Blackout curtains, eye masks, or dimming lights an hour. Before bed can help signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. Adjust the temperature. Keep your bedroom cool between 60-67 degrees, 15-19 degrees for optimal sleep conditions. Margaret made these adjustments, and within weeks, she noticed a dramatic improvement. She told me, "It's amazing how much better I feel now that my bedroom actually feels like a place to rest." If you're watching this and wondering whether your sleep environment is holding you back, leave a comment below. What's one thing you'd change about your bedroom tonight? Your insights could help others create spaces that truly support restful sleep. And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for Cause 6, where we'll uncover another surprising reason seniors lose sleep and what you can do about it. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with one final thought. Sleep isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation of your health, happiness, and overall well-being. If you've been struggling to sleep, know that you're not alone, and more importantly, know that change is possible. Start small tonight. Whether it's adjusting your bedtime routine, creating a calmer sleep environment, or simply taking a few deep breaths. Before bed, every step counts. Remember, better sleep doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency and care, you can reclaim those restful nights you deserve. If any part of this video resonated with you, or if you've tried some of the tips we discussed, leave a comment below. Share your story, ask questions, or let us know what's worked for you. Your experiences might inspire someone else who's feeling just as restless as you once were. And if you're finding value in our content here at Golden Years Wisdom, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Every week, we bring you practical advice, heartfelt stories, and empowering insights designed to help you thrive in your golden years. Together, let's make aging a journey filled with wisdom, joy, and peace. Thank you for joining me today. Sleep well, take care of yourself, and remember, you deserve to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to embrace each new day. Until next time, good night and sweet dreams. At Golden Years Wisdom, we believe that aging is not about limitations, it's about recalibrating your perspective. Our mission is simple: to empower seniors and their loved ones with the knowledge, tools, and inspiration needed to live life fully, fearlessly, and on their own terms. From health and wellness tips to relationship advice, financial planning, and everything in between. Our videos are crafted to address the unique challenges and opportunities that come with growing older. We tackle tough topics with honesty, provide actionable solutions, and celebrate the beauty of life's later chapters. Here you'll find a community that values wisdom, resilience, and connection. Whether you're navigating retirement, strengthening family bonds, or simply looking for ways to enhance your daily life, you've come to the right place. Subscribe now and join thousands of others who are redefining what it means to age gracefully. Because at Golden Years Wisdom, we believe the best days are still ahead, and we're here to help you make the most of them. Thank you for being part of our journey. Let's grow older together, with purpose, dignity, and a little bit of sparkle.